Hello everyone, it's your friend, your boy, Jet Black the One Only, here with another exciting live stream at 7:56 Central Daylight Time, Sunday, November 17th, 2019. We're streaming in Huntsville, Alabama. As always, we're having a wonderful weekend so far. We have another episode for you guys where we're going to be playing Dueling Nexus, Dueling Nexus. So I hope you guys are hyped for that. Give me one moment to get the live chat set up. That way, I'll be able to see what you guys are saying in the live chat. Definitely make sure to stop on by, tell me how you're doing, ask any questions that you have, and feel free to bring up any discussion topics that you'd like to talk about during the stream. Brian said, do you want to duel my burn deck? That'd be interesting, considering I'm running like a burn mill deck. I'm curious how they would go against each other. So yes, I'd be fine with going up against your burn deck. Let me see in the live chat if anyone has already called, game, because sometimes people will pop in early and they'll be like first, and they'll be like, I want to duel you. So let me see what everybody's saying in the live chat, and then hit you back up on that. Also, I need to try and get to the live chat in a weird way, um, because of the fact that YouTube's kind of changed up how it works. So I can't just do what I used to do, which was fast. I have to click through multiple things to get to it. So please give me one moment. Let's see. So now I'm here, and now I click on this. Let's see. Brian said, "Give me a second. I have to get my computer on. I'm literally the only one here, I think." Oh, okay. We will see. We will see. You might be right. So right now I'm just waiting for it to load. No. No, it's loading the wrong thing. Brian said, because I've got notifications on. Hey, thank you for ding 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 ringing that notification bell. That way you're notified whenever we do these live streams. Okay, I'm scrolling down, popping out the live chat so it'll be easier to see. Changing it from top chat to live chat so it shows all messages. Yep, you are currently the only one here. Let me send you the link to the private game that I currently have open. And give me one moment. I might get some juice. I might get some juice. Okay, I'm back. Today I hung out with my friend Aiden. I went over to his house. We mainly just talked. He was doing housework, and he was eating for the most part. We talked about like old cartoons. We talked about my sentient AI program that I've been working on. So I finally have my sentient AI program set up to where you can create your own world filled with different locations and objects. The AI can travel from location to location, and interact and inspect objects in each location. When it inspects an object, it learns more about it. When it interacts with an object, there are consequences depending on what the object does. And essentially, the AI runs around until it either gets too old and dies, or until it takes too much damage from interacting with dangerous objects. I still need to do a lot more testing with it. I've created a very small world with only one location and only one object for the purposes of like doing testing, but I haven't actually done those tests yet. In case you're confused on what I'm talking about when I talk about sentient AI, I'm sponsored by EmoShape. EmoShape is a company that has patented the emotional processing unit. It's a chip that supposedly gives machines sentience, and I've been playing around with their ExoLife console, which is made specifically for creating games with sentient characters, and messing with that with Python, trying to make interesting stuff with it. So I still have more work to do on that program that I was just talking about, and I'm gonna try to keep you guys up to date with my progress on it as I continue to mess around with that. So definitely stay posted for that. Yo, Ryan, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. How's your day? Do you have any questions for your boy? And do you have any discussion topics that you'd like to talk about on the stream? I'm enjoying some apple juice in case you guys were wondering what was in this cup. Ryan says to add him to the queue. So Ryan Brian wants to be added to the queue as well. Uh, so what I'm going to do is give Brian 30 seconds. Since Ryan's here and Ryan's ready, I'm going to give Brian 30 seconds. And then apparently Izanagi would also like to be added to the queue. Izanagi. Oh, Brian, are you Elgy? Is that your name? ELGY? Okay. Nerdtinker said, boy. Yo, Nerdtinker, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. How's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy? And any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on the stream? Also, Nerdtinker, would you like to be added to the dual queue? That way I could duel you. Let's see. Ooh, got him. Okay, so I'm going to choose to go second. Brian is playing a burn deck. I am playing a burn mill deck. Um, I don't see any cards being drawn on my side. Here we go. Now I've drawn some cards. It looks like he's playing a Dark World deck. Well, Dark Lord deck? Well, I can't really say that. I see two Dark Lord cards, though. Maybe I can say that. Is that also a Dark Lord card? Yeah, he's playing a lot of Dark Lords. I think it's safe for me to say he's playing a Dark Lord deck. Ryan said, does it have enough sugar? Are there people who put sugar in apple juice? Nerdtanker said, if my computer wasn't busted, I would join. But alas, it's busted at the moment. Understandable. I noticed Brian's playing Nurse Burn. This might hurt. We will see. Is this gonna one turn goop me? Yep, it was a one turn KO. Hashtag GG, hashtag handshake, hashtag good game. But yeah, are there people who put sugar in apple juice? Also, I hope that your computer gets better soon. And it's good to see you, Nerdtanker. How you been? Ryan said, are there people who... I see what you did there. Let's see. Then Ryan said, are you on live chat? What do you mean, am I on live chat? I'm reading the live chat. But yeah, Brian did that with a quickness. So we're already on to our next game against your boy Ryan. Posting the new link now in the live chat. And I am on live chat, Ryan. I know better than to look at top chat because it doesn't show everything. Kel said, what's up? Sword and Shield is pretty epic. Yo, Kels, it's been a minute. How you been? How's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy? And do you have any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on the stream? Also, Ryan, don't forget to hit that ready button. That way we can start up the duel. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum. Brian said, can you add me to the queue again? I want you to duel my ritual deck. So the way that the queue works is we cycle all the way through and then we go back around. So you're still in the queue. Right now you're going to be after Izanagi. Also, Kels, would you like to be added to the dual queue? Brian said, okay. Okay. I start my turn by activating Pot of Extravagance. I banish 6 cards from my extra deck so that I can draw 2. Waiting, because Ryan may or may not have a response to that. Dun, 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 dun. Kel said, I'm not gonna duel. I'm focusing on playing Sword right now. Okay, ballin'. Do you have Pokemon Sword and Shield? Like, do you have both titles? Or are you rocking with Sword? And only Sword? Also, do you watch Billiam? Billiam recently did a video about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I know that you're a fan of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, so I imagine you might like that video that Billiam did. Okay. So as far as I can tell, no response from Ryan on that. I'm going to activate Mystic Mine response. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Kel said just sword. It's the cooler weapon. Hmm. I agree to disagree on that one. I set a card face down. I set another card face down. I set another card face down. I set another card face down. I activate Meteor of Destruction response. Okay. Ryan now has 3,000 life points remaining. In phase, in turn. Okay. Ryan draws one card for his turn. I activate Present card response. Ryan discards 3 cards from his hand, draws 5. After he draws 5, activate Trickstar Reincarnation. Ryan banishes those 5 cards, draws 5 more. Activate Soul Levy. Okay, and that's what I'll be doing for right now. Huh. There's a character in Marvel. I think his name is like the Black Knight or something. And he has the ability to he has like a sword that can cut through anything. I'm trying to figure out, do I think the Black Knight's cooler? Or do I think whatchamacallit is cooler? Captain America with his shield. Excuse me. Because Captain America's shield isn't like indestructible or anything. Excuse me. Oh, snap. Oh, I had Threatening Roar on my field. I just didn't activate it. But I really should have activated it. This is not boding well. So that's only 3,300 attack total, which isn't the worst thing in the world. So now I'm at 4,700 life points, and Ryan's at 3,000 life points. Okay. So I start my turn. Kels, what are your thoughts? Do you think Black Knight's cooler, or do you think Captain America's cooler? Simply based on their weapons. I activate Pot of Extravagance. I banish 6 cards from the top of my extra deck to draw 2. If you guys have ever seen the Yu-Gi-Oh anime, you know that getting Pot of Greed is nice because it's like a comeback card. I activate Tremendous Fire. Okay. Ryan's life points have now been decreased to 2,000. I set 1 card face down on my field. In phase, in turn. Let's see. Ryan's entered his main phase 1. Boom, boom. Ba-da-dun. Bum, bum. Ooh, he special summoned Nightmare Phoenix. He's targeting my face down Wabaku. I activate my Wabaku. My turn starts. I activate Swords of Burning Light. I currently control no monsters on my side of the field, so Swords of Burning Light will protect me from battle until you draw 5 cards in your hand, or until I control a monster. It's your move. Dun 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 dun. Ryan plays Pot of Duality. Dun dun dun. That's a 1 card draw and a deck stacker. Well, it's not really a deck stacker because do you stack them back in any order if you're playing normally? It's gonna be the top 3 cards of your deck. Add one of them to your hand. Also, after that, shuffle the rest back in it. Oh, you shuffle them back in it, so it's not a deck stacker. It's just a draw one, but you get to pick between like 3 different things. Let's see, Brian said the downside of being the first one here is that even though you're first in the queue, you will wait even longer as everyone who joins the queue will technically go before you. That's true. But that's to give everybody the opportunity to play. So, I mean, there are reasons for it. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I activate terraforming. Dun, 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 dun. It allows me to add a copy of Mystic Mine from my deck to my hand. Dun, 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 dun. I activate Mystic Mine. I already was keeping you from attacking me thanks to Swords of Burning Light, but now that I also control Mystic Mine, what is this? Ryan activated compulsory evacuation device twice to knock both his monsters back to his hand, specifically to cuck Mystic Mine. What a turn of events. Mystic Mine has been destroyed. That was interesting. I did not expect that. Dun, 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 dun. Also, I didn't report on this. Ryan played Upstart Goblin to draw 1 card earlier, which increased my life points from 4,200 to 5,200. So I'm in a slightly better position than I was in before, life point wise. Shoot. Let's see. Ryan now has 5 cards in his hand. I think in part because he used compulsory evacuation device, which puts me in a very dangerous situation. Because now I'm no longer protected by Swords of Burning Light. He swung with Beast King Barbaros. I activate Swift Scarecrow in my hand in order to protect me from getting the dick. Oh, but he activated Solemn Strike, which leaves him with only 1,500 life points left. But now he has a board of 1,900, 1,800, and 1,700 total on the field. Is this going to be enough to kill? I think it is. I think your boy Ryan's going to come out with this close ass game. Oh, he activated Horn of the Phantom Beast. Interesting. Oh, and he used it in order to boost up his Beast King Barbaros and swing with it. Hashtag GG, hashtag good game, hashtag handshake. Did not see that coming. Okay. Next up in the duel queue is Izanagi. I am creating the game room now. Ryan said that was close. Agreed. Dun, 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 dun. I definitely have been enjoying the duels so far. Brian straight dunked on me, but I agree, Ryan. That was a close game. Hashtag GG, hashtag good game, hashtag handshake. Ba-ba. Ba-ba. My skin's dry, winter weather. Ba-da-ba-da-bum-bum. Bottom, 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 bom, bom. Is Izanagi truly in the duel queue? Let's find out. Oh, I need to post the link. I was about to be like, where's Izanagi? He's normally like a lot better about this. He's like instantaneous. Here we go. Here's the link to the next duel. Doom, doom. Yeah, Izanagi was like instant as soon as it went in. Yeah, I was wondering what was up. That was my bad. Dun dun dun. Dun dun. Bum bum bow. Ba-dum bum ba-dum 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 bum 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 bum. Dun 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 dun. Ba-dum bum. Ba-dum. Ba-dum bum. Brian said, I'm gonna make element sabers for my locals. They look cool, and I think they will be fun. I've played element sabers in the past. I think you'll like them. My friend Kratos also does like nurse burn. Also, let me change chaining to manual. My friend Kratos also does nurse burn. I set one card face down. I set a second card face down. Let's see. I activate Meteor of Destruction. In phase, in turn. Okay, you draw for turn. I activate present card. You discard your entire hand and then draw 5 more cards. Interesting. Plays Twin Twisters, which gets rid of all my back row. It doesn't stop present card, but it gets rid of Soul Levy before I have time to actually use it. In the arms of an angel, fly away from here. Let's see. Izanagi currently has 7,000 life points. You know what? Izanagi, what are your thoughts on a lot of new cards that have come out? Because I've seen things that are directly related to Buster Blader recently. I'm very curious to see if you're going to incorporate them into your deck. There's a new like Union Carrier Link monster that could allow you to use some of these Buster Blader cards. I'll take the 400. I don't really care about taking 400 damage from that like tiny little monster. Does it get an effect off if you deal damage? Nope. You just hit me. It's whatever. Yeah. I'm going to activate Swords of Revealing Light. Dun dun dun. In phase, in turn. Dun 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 dun. Dun. Brian said Malefics got new cards earlier this year, but they are still OCG, and it's making me sad because I would be able to play Malefics at locals. Oh, I see. Ryan said Buster Blader has a new Link monster as well. Yeah, and I'd like to hear Izanagi's opinion on both of those things. Because I feel like they're things that you might want to incorporate into your deck, since you seem to mainly just play Buster Blader. Izanagi said, I know nothing. You should Google it. You should Google both of those things. I think you probably like them, and you probably want to incorporate them into your deck when they become available on Nexus. Let's see. Brian said also, I think I'm going to make invoked element sabers. Makes sense, I suppose. Um, I've played invoked in the past, and I've played element sabers in the past. I don't think I've ever played invoked element sabers, so I can't really speak on it too much. You know what I mean? Like I don't know enough about like the synergy. Like I know that invoked definitely likes you having multiple elements in your deck that you can use in order to summon your different invoked monsters from your extra deck. But I also know that invoked is like that you don't really have to control those elements yourself because you can just use your opponent's monsters as material. So it's you know, and then element sabers, a lot of it has to do with putting monsters in your graveyard, which of course you can do through fusion summoning with invoked. So I mean, it makes sense. It seems like it would work. But I guess you're kind of missing part of the invoked gimmick by mixing it in. So it's a mixed bag. It's like checks. You know what I mean? Like I don't know how to feel about it. Brian said the swarming should be able to get the invoked link out quickly. Interesting. I've never played in. Well, I don't think I've ever played invoked using the link monster. I actually don't normally use link monsters, like, period. Uh, but that's interesting, for sure. Let's see. So Izanagi has hella tokens on board. He's probably about to summon his monster that the Hakai thing. Also, why does he always play Masquerena? What does she do for him? During your opponent's main phase, you can quick effect immediately after this effect resolves. Link summon one Link monster using materials you control, including this card. You can only use the effect of Masquerena once per turn. A link monster that uses this card's material cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Interesting. Masquerena does like multiple things for him, it seems like. This is the start of his turn, I think, unless I'm stupid. Let's see. Why does he play Decoy Dragon? I always see you play Decoy Dragon. What is it for? What level 7 or higher dragon type monster are you trying to grab? Oh, maybe he uses it as link material for something? Oh wait, it can be a way to put a dragon in the graveyard. That might be what it is. Because then that can boost up like a Buster Blader. During the in phase. My brain is like, that's my in phase as well, I'm pretty sure. Because I faced Hakai before. This is my first rodeo. So if I put 2 cards down, then you can only destroy one of them during my in phase. I play Swords of Burning Light, and I set a card face down, and I end my turn. My friend CJ messaged me on Facebook, and he asked if I've watched Cowboy Bebop. Yeah, back in the day. It's been a minute. Okay, so Izanagi decided to blow up Trickstar Reincarnation, which is fine, I guess. But it really, I mean, as far as he knew, it was more protection. But I'm surprised he didn't go for the more sure bet of Swords of Burning Light, considering that that just is protection, straight out. You know, if you destroy it, then at the very least, you know that, like, the confirmed thing that keeps me safe is gone, rather than just blowing up something that could be protection, but possibly just be not. Also, Izanagi's in, like, a fairly, like, safe position right now. Um, so I don't think he has to worry about face downs as much as he thinks he does. Like, I'm just very surprised he didn't go for Swords of Burning Light. To me, it just makes more sense as a play. But it's whatever. Uh, I have a very, like, minuscule life point lead. Izanagi very easily can bounce back. Excuse me. Okay. So he uses the Troy Mare effect to pop Swords of Burning Light. You could have done that to pop the face down. But I probably would have activated the face down during your draw phase anyways. That being said, there really was no way for you to know what type of card it was going to be. Activate Swift Scarecrow. Activate Pot of Extravagance. I banish 6 cards from the top of my extra deck so that I can draw 2. Response? Okay. I draw 2 cards. Activate Tremendous Fire. Tremendous Fire decreases your life points to 6,000 and decreases mine to 7,100. Hmm. I end my turn. Izanagi says I cannot stop the inevitable. Well, if my victory is inevitable, why would I want to stop it? Dun 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 Okay, Izanagi enters battle phase. I activate Swift Scarecrow from my hand. Hmm. Yeah, it is weird. I end my turn. Izanagi attacks with Hakai. Activate Swift Scarecrow. Izanagi said no more scarecrows. That's accurate. Activate Meteor of Destruction, decreasing your life points from 6,000 down to 5,000. I still have the life lead. I set not one, but 2 cards face down, and I end my turn. During the end phase, Hakai can destroy one of these 2 cards. Izanagi said, it's over. Ooh, he activates Twin Twisters. He doesn't even have to rely on Hakai's effect. Nani? Dun 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 dun. Very spicy, sis. This seems like Izanagi's comeback. I have no cards in hand or on field. I don't have any floating effects as far as I'm aware. I'm pretty sure I don't. So I feel like Izanagi's got this one. Even though he currently has lower life points and less cards in his deck, all it takes is one solid turn of damage if he can deliver. And I mean, it looks like he's got a lot on board. He should be able to do it. Let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, he definitely can kill this turn. Hashtag GG. Hashtag good game. Hashtag handshake. Chickadee guy. And the final blow comes from Buster Blader himself. Good game. Chickadee guy. Let's see. So now the queue will reset back to Brian. Brian, are you ready for your second duel of the night? Also, we're like 30 minutes in. I've done 3 duels. So that's like 10 minutes a duel. Or at least that's what it averages out to be, even though that's not actually accurate. That actually accurate. I don't know why Izanagi's just sitting in the way. There's Brian. Welcome back. It's good to have you. Izanagi said, "This is why I run Buster Bladers." Why? Also, yo, Jason, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. How's your day? Do you have any questions for your boy? And any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on the stream? Izanagi said, because it can cleave through stall. I mean, I think Hakai and your like twin twisters is what helps you get through stall. I don't think it's Buster Blader specific. Does that make sense? Excuse me. Let's see. Uh, Stupid said, you got an Adam's apple. Yeah. It's good to have you. Welcome to the stream. Jason said, what? Nani? Do, 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 do. Then Jason said, what is? Ooh. Yeah, Jason, how's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy? Do you have any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on stream? Same to Stupid. Stupid, how's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy? Do you have any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on the stream? Then Jason says, you like apples? Let's see. I'm going to activate Tremendous Fire. I've already activated Meteor of Destruction, draining Brian now to 6,000 life points. I'm going to set a card face down on the field. I'm going to activate Mystic Mine from my hand. Oh, shit. Brian surrendered immediately. Hashtag GG, hashtag good game, hashtag handshake. Okay, so my duel with Brian is now done. Now it's Ryan's turn once again. Jason said he is stupid. Let's see. Ryan, are you ready for your next duel? This is going to be your second duel of the stream. Oh, looks like Ryan has popped in, but is he ready for action? There we go. Ryan is indeed ready. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Ooh, Ryan stuck to his guns. He kept using the rock. Johnson. He kept using the rocks Johnson. Let's see. During Ryan's turn, oh, he's playing. Yep, he's playing that deck. Indy Mayan got those spell counters going. Ryan's probably going to win this particular duel. I'm still going to try my best, though. During this duel, I'm going to read an encyclopedia article on Green Lantern. Well, specifically on the Green Lantern Corps. Izanagi said, doctors say, he said 9 out of 10 doctors say that stall kills the user. I activate Pot of Extravagance to banish 6 cards from my extra deck. I'm also going to change Chaining to manual. There we go. So I can draw 2 cards. I now am going to activate Mystic Mine from my hand. I then am going to set 1, 2, 3 cards from my hand to the field. And then in my turn, at the start of your turn during your draw phase, I'm going to activate Trickstar Reincarnation to make you banish those 3 cards in your hand and then draw 3 more cards from your deck. This is really weird. So I'm on the DC Universe Green Lantern Corps page. Huh, when I hit, or there we go, now I'm getting the introduction. So like I said, right now I'm reading the Green Lantern Corps Encyclopedia page on the DC Universe website. If you guys want to check it out, I'll post a link to it in the live chat. Okay, Trickster reincarnation went off. I activate a second Trickstar reincarnation to have you banish another 3 cards. Izanagi said, "Are you reincarnating 3 times?" I'm not. The third card is Soul Levy. Reincarnating 3 times would get rid of 9 cards, which is not bad. Only got rid of 6 cards this time around. Let's see. Izanagi said, "I didn't realize Ryan was double Jesus." Ryan was double Jesus? What is double Jesus? Let's see. Like I said, I'm currently reading a encyclopedia thing. Ooh, Ryan getting religious. Let's see. Members of the Intergalactic Police Force. I mean, I don't know why I can't just read this article out loud. In brightest day and blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power, Green Lantern's light. Those are the words of the ancient oath that every member of this, the most elite institution the universe has ever known, must speak aloud before doing their sacred duty and charging up their emerald power rings, the most powerful weapons in the universe. The members of this intergalactic police force come from every known sentient species in the cosmos, each a fearless warrior with indomitable willpower. Izanagi said, "But this is Yu-Gi-Oh, not comics." Also, Ryan was able to pop it up, pop it up my whole board. I don't know why I didn't just say snap, crackle, pop, but then I guess I didn't want to say Rice Krispies. Well, that's when I would say my whole board. I could have said snap, crackle, pop, my whole board. I'm going to activate Swift Scarecrow in my hand. Do-do-do, 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 do-do-do. Okay, so back to this encyclopedia article. For over 3 billion years, the fabled Green Lantern Corps has been the keeper of the peace in the known universe, with a standing army of 7,200 members patrolling 3,600 sectors of space. Oh, looks like it's my turn again. I'm going to start my turn by activating Pot of Extravagance, banishing 6 cards from the top of my extra deck so I can draw 2 cards from my deck. Hey, who knew Pot of Greed was still legal? Dun, 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 dun. Let's see. Although there are similarly powered lantern cores out in the universe, each drawing its power from a different color in the emotional spectrum, none is more respected or recognized than the Green Lanterns. Although the Corps has had its ups and downs over the millennia, and in fact has been destroyed and rebuilt several times, they have remained a symbol of hope and justice in a universe fraught with chaos. Several notable lanterns have risen from the planet Earth, including test pilot Hal Jordan, considering the greatest of all considered the greatest of all living Green Lanterns, as well as John Stewart, Guy Gardner, Kyle Rayner, and most recently new recruits Simon Baz and Jessica Cruz. And that's the introduction. Now I'm going to check out the origin section. Also, is part of the origin cut off? That's really weird. So it's the start of my turn. I am going to activate Tremendous Fire to burn you for 1,000 life points. Ryan said Jessica Cruz is a lady. Yes. Yes, she is. Then Ryan said, "How dare aliens be so inclusive?" Beth has been really into Jessica Cruz recently. So I'm going to activate Swords of Revealing Light. Ryan said, "Don't they know that lots of humans are sexist?" Doom, Ooh, Swords of Revealing Light is already gonzo. I'm going to set a card face down on my field and in my turn. During your draw phase, I'm going to activate the card I set, Threatening Roar. So now we're into the origin of the Green Lantern Corps. The story of the Green Lantern Corps actually begins billions of years ago on the planet Maltus. On this overcrowded world, the citizens of Maltus eventually evolved into a race of powerful immortals with significant mental abilities. Having conquered every known science, one member of their race, a scientist named Krona, dared to break the Malthusian law and peered into the past to learn the origin of creation. In doing so, he accidentally unleashed a wave of energy that split the universe into a multiverse and also created an evil antimatter universe. What? That's canon. I didn't know that was how the multiverse came about. So an immortal being looked into the past to learn how the universe was created, but that created the multiverse and the antimatter universe. Okay? After banishing Krona for his misdeeds, the Malthusians felt tremendous guilt over what they had done. Well, I mean, other than create the antimatter universe, they brought life to like the multiverse, right? Like that actually isn't a bad thing. Other than the evil antimatter universe. If it was just the antimatter universe, it wouldn't matter, but they're like the evil antimatter universe. Ryan said looking at the beginning is a big no no. Then Izanagi said antimatter is awful. But I mean, other than that, just creating a multiverse isn't a bad thing. Izanagi said all of the shame. Ryan said maybe he created but one multiverse. Let's see. After banishing Krona for his misdeeds, the Malthusians felt tremendous guilt over what they had done, having unleashed so much evil upon all of creation. You really just made one evil universe, but then you made the rest of the multiverse. One evil universe versus the greater multiverse, I don't think is that big of a deal. To atone for Krona's crime, a group of dedicated Malthusians left their homeworld and settled on the planet Oa, located in the center of the universe. There, they cast off their emotions and became guardians of the universe, and began the task of containing evil in the cosmos wherever and whenever possible. Izanagi said, "What if that one evil universe was super evil? Like enough to account for the rest of the universes." Izanagi said, "And strong enough to kill every other universe." How do you. Okay, so if looking at the beginning of everything creates the multiverse, what happens if you look at the end of the universe? Would that get rid. Like, would that fix everything? Would it do like the opposite? Would it create like a good antimatter universe, but then destroy the multiverse in the process? And would that be a good thing? Then Izanagi said, "Fix is a strong word." Ryan said, "A whole evil universe is more evil than most universes, which are not fully evil." I mean, that's true. And then Ryan said, "Looking at the end would be fine." Why? Izanagi said, "Killing every universe doesn't sound like a fix." Well, I mean, they're like creating one truly evil universe is horrible. But what if they got rid of the multiverse, but in place had one truly good universe? Would that fix it? I guess that wouldn't technically destroy the evil antimatter universe. So it sounds like it would create like a good antimatter universe, but the evil one would still be there. So I guess it would maybe create like a civil war between antimatter universes, maybe. It's a really weird situation. I activate Swords of Revealing Light. Ryan said the end is just Looney Tunes saying, "That's all, folks." Then Izanagi said, "Kill this man." Let's see. Um, their first attempt at a peacekeeping force was an android army called the Manhunters. The robots ultimately malfunctioned at the cost of billions of lives. RIP. Also, In phase in turn. Let's see. Where are we at? I was reading something about the. Oh, yeah. At the cost of billions of lives. And the Guardians then replaced them with sentient beings with a strong moral compass, arming them with highly advanced rings that were powered by the green light of willpower. This army was counted some 3,600 members in its original incarnation, was able to make heart like constructs out of the green energy from their rings into anything they could imagine. The central power battery, aside from containing the energy that made the core possible, also housed Ion, a creature born of pure willpower. The existence of Ion was long a closely held secret of the Guardians of the Universe, one of many. The Corps has several branches. There is a Corps Protocol Officer slash Administrator, which, along with Drill Sergeant, is a job often occupied by Lantern Kilowog. Izanagi said, "Why place any monster in defense mode against Jet?" There is also always a crypt keeper and a core prosecutor. The honor guard is for the most elite and decorated members, among them Earth Lanterns Kyle Rayner, John Stewart, and Guy Gardner. The bookkeeper tends to the Book of Oa and its laws and prophecies. I activate Swift Scarecrow. In recent years, the Alpha Lanterns were created, dedicated members of the Corps who are, and then the page is cut off. I can't tell if the page is cut off because I'm not like in full screen with that window or what, but I'm sure I'll find out soon enough. I activate Mystic Mind. Let's see. Let me see what it does look like in full screen if I can see the rest of it. Oh yeah, I think I can just see the rest of it in full screen. That's weird. Whoever like did the HTML for this page messed it up to where you can only really look at it in full screen. I mean, they may not have messed it up. That may be by design. Like you're not really supposed to look at it in a smaller window. Um, but that means the page isn't very responsive. It's like responsive to a point. Anyways, in recent years, the Alpha Lanterns were created, dedicated members of the Corps who are fused with their power rings and batteries and serve as the internal affairs of the Corps. Finally, there is the Green Lantern Corps, the secretive Black Ops branch, which only a very few lanterns even know exists. That's interesting. The Green Lantern Corps, by the way, is spelled like a corpse, like a dead body. Uh, and that's their Black Ops unit. Okay. And now we know. I activate Swords of Revealing Light. Let's see. Payton said, "Do I play? Do you play Dokkan?" I used to play Dokkan. I don't like Dokkan. I don't play Dokkan anymore. Let's see. Ryan said Blizzard GL, and then he said Bizarro GL. Okay, so now I'm opening up the powers and abilities section. Also, Peyton, how's your day today? I hope you're having a wonderful day. Do you have any questions for your boy? And do you have any discussion that? And do you have any discussion topics that you'd like to talk about on the stream? Excuse me. Okay. Every member of the Green Lantern Corps is armed with a power ring, which needs to be recharged every 24 hours with an individual power battery, which every member of the Corps possesses. That battery then channels energy from the central power battery located on the planet Oa. Despite looking just like a piece of jewelry to the casual observer, the Green Lantern Power Ring is the most powerful weapon in the universe, as it allows its wearer to construct anything they can think of and is in fact only limited by the imagination of its wearer. I activate Terraforming. Response. That allows me to add Mystic Mind from my deck to my hand. I activate Mystic Mind. Wow. Ryan discarded Pot of Extravagance. So he got rid of Mystic Mind in phase in turn. Let's see, where was I? A Green Lantern who was an artist like Kyle Rayner might make more elaborate constructs than a former test pilot like Hal Jordan, but all lanterns must have tremendous willpower for it to work. The Power Ring also allow for flight, as well as hyperspeed travel across the universe and protection from the vacuum of space. It also serves as a universal translator, overcoming alien language barriers, and can analyze objects using the vast reservoir of knowledge at the Guardian's disposal. The ring's main weaknesses are it needs to be recharged once per day and a long standing inability to work against the color yellow. So I didn't know that Green Lantern rings needed to be charged once a day. I never knew it was that regular of a thing. I thought you could probably like have a ring for charge for like multiple days and it'd be fine. Once a day sounds very strict. This was due to an this was due to the entrapment of the yellow fear entity Parallax inside the central power battery. That weakness has since been overcome. The ring also can't heal injuries, although if a Green Lantern happened to have significant medical knowledge, they could conjure the tools needed for treatment. What? Green Lantern rings can't heal people? Why is that? Because it lets you do like most other things. It's like it's only limited to your imagination. Also, you can't heal people for some reason. Activate threatening roar. Okay. Ryan said, well, it's the most powerful weapon. Then Izanagi said, what is the concept of healing? Okay. Although Hal Jordan of Earth first received his power ring from the dying Green Lantern Abin Sur, in his very first appearance, it wasn't until 2 years into his publication history that he met the rest of the Green Lantern Corps and fully assembled in full assembly, there we go, on the planet Oa. Over the next several decades, Jordan met other members of the Corps like Tomar Ray, Katmatul, activate Swift Scarecrow, who would become his close companions. It's interesting that he didn't meet any of the other Green Lanterns for like the first couple of years of his publication. I wouldn't have expected that. You would have thought that would just be like a part of the lore. Hmm. I set one card face down. Activate card destruction to have you discard 2 cards from your hand and then draw 2 cards from your deck. Ooh, that was interesting. He avoided having to do 2 cards by using one of his effects. Pretty sneaky, sis. I activate Trick Star Reincarnation. Banish those 2 cards in your hand. Draw 2 cards. Do, 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 do. He did not have to do that. He was able to get out of that with the quickness. Okay, let's see. Jordan also met the Corps' first traitor, Sinestro, who used his power as a Green Lantern to subjugate his own people and was stripped of his status as Lantern because of it. Later, he would fashion a yellow power ring of his own, thanks to help from beings hailing from the antimatter universe world of Cord. Oh shit, the yellow Green Lantern ring comes from the evil antimatter universe. Hashtag GG, hashtag good game, hashtag handshake. Check it out. Good game, Ryan. Up next is Izanagi. Ryan definitely zooted me. Peyton Grant said, oh, it's Peyton Gant. My apology. He said, my birthday is on Friday. Happy early birthday, Peyton. What are you going to do for your birthday? I hope you have a fun time. Ryan said, so what you're saying is yellow is evil. Also, Peyton, you said earlier, do I play? Well, then you corrected it to do you play Dokkan Battle? Were you trying to ask for like a game? Like, did you want to like play Yu-Gi-Oh together? Or were you just inquiring about Dokkan? Interesting. He stuck to his guns with the rock. Izanagi had me go first, which in some cases is a fate worse than death. I use Pot of Extravagance to banish the top 6 cards of my deck, draw 2. I'm going to change Chaining to Manual That's just my preferred. I activate Cauldron of the Old Man. I activate a second Cauldron of the Old Man. I activate Meteor of Destruction. You take 1,000 damage. I activate Cauldron of the Old Man. You take an additional 300 damage. I activate Cauldron of the Old Man. You take an additional 300 damage. I set one card face down on the field, and I end my turn. That was my foot. uh, Once you play Scapegoat from your hand, I'm going to activate Threatening Roar right off the bat. Yo, Goat Boy Gaming, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. How's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy? Do any discussion topics you like to talk about on the stream? Right now I'm playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm also reading the Green Lantern Corps page on the DC Universe website. They actually have an encyclopedia that's open to everybody, regardless of if you have a DC Universe subscription. And I'm trying to learn more about the Green Lantern Corps because my girlfriend is getting more and more into Green Lantern specifically. We read comics together, and this is like one of the first DC things that she's been able to like really get into. That there are plenty of things for her to read based on it, because she also really likes Cheetah, but there's just not much she can do like to read about Cheetah other than to read Wonder Woman. And then she likes Wonder Woman as a character, but doesn't really like Wonder Woman books. So it's kind of weird. So Green Lantern has been like one of the first DC things that she's really been vibing with. Go Boy Gaming said, "How are you?" Oh, fantastic as always. Thank you for asking. I've really been enjoying work. Today I got to hang out with my friend Aiden. Life has just been good. I've just been digging it. Also, I'm gonna start my turn by activating Mystic Mine response. Do 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 do. Dun 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 dun. Okay, now I am going to activate Tremendous Fire to burn you for a stack. A. Now I'm going to activate Cauldron of the Old Man to burn you for 600. And then I'm going to activate a second Cauldron of the Old Man to burn you for another 600, dropping you down to 4,200 life points. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And then I am going to activate Swords of Burning Light. And then I'm going to end my turn. Dun, 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 dun. Ryan said, Wonder Woman is a lady. How dare the Amazons be so inclusive? My goodness. Let's see. During this time, Hal Jordan would sometimes take a sabbatical from the Corps, and in his place, heroes like John Stewart and Guy Gardner would serve as Lantern of Sector 2814. It was during Hal Jordan's early tenure as Green Lantern that he learned of the existence of the Book of Oa, a giant tome that contained the history of the known universe and all the laws governing the Green Lantern Corps that were written in its pages. After the universe changing events of the Crisis on Infinite Earths, the Guardian of the Universe, who had long been a gender segregated species, reunited with their female counterparts, the Zamorons. Oh, Izanagi surrendered. Hashtag GG, hashtag good game, hashtag handshake. Bow. Izanagi said, "Wait, no, what? It looks like you surrendered right on time because it's 8:59 p.m. So I have to end the stream anyways. I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you guys like this video, make sure to smash that like button, favorite, comment, subscribe, and ding ding ding, ring the notification bell to be notified whenever we do these live streams. This is your friendly boy, Jeff like the one and only, I'm logging out. Peace. Yo.